Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stav and this is my channel, She Equips Herself. And because it's still early January of 2026, I wanted to do a video on what I'm carrying into 2026 from last year and what I'm leaving back in 2025. I'm not a huge resolutions person. I feel like resolutions can put a lot of pressure on you. And I've just never done well with having very specific resolutions. So I like to think of it more as intentions or lifestyle changes that I'm making. So I want to share some of those with you guys today. So I want to start with some things that I already do and that I'm carrying into 2026. And one of those things is carrying a gun daily. This is something that I have just made part of my daily rhythm. It's not something that I really have to think that hard about. I just have placed things in such a way where I can just figure out what holster I'm going to use, whether that's my Stav sling pack, which I love to carry because it's so easy. I designed this bag with chameleon bags and I just wanted to make the perfect concealed carry bag. And I love this bag because it makes this part of my intentions really easy. I could just grab my bag, put my gun in it, and leave the house even if I'm in a hurry. But no matter what holster I'm gonna be using that day, I'm carrying a gun daily, and that's something I'm gonna continue on to 2026. And if you're brand new to guns, I did a video last week where I talked specifically to you if you're brand new to guns, so make sure you go watch that video. And if carrying a gun daily is something you wanna start doing, I highly recommend you guys check out my 2 online courses. My first course is called Armed and Confident Academy, and the second one's Practical Handgun Academy, which is one you watch and then you take what you learned to the range on your own time. They're both done on your own time, but if you've been wanting to learn the ins and outs of carrying, you want to learn the practical steps to be able to defend yourself, check out my online courses. Another thing that I already do that I'm definitely carrying into the new year is spending time with Jesus every day. And you guys might have noticed I talk a lot more about my faith on this channel, and 99% of the comments on here are not negative in that regard, which even if they were, this is not something that's going to change about me. But spending time with Jesus daily is it's like eating. I have to do it. Not out of checking the box, but I literally need his mercies every day. So reading the Bible every morning and praying is so important to me, and that's a rhythm that I'm going to keep doing in the new year and for the rest of my life. I'm on my second full read through of the Bible. I started it last year. The first time took me about 1.5 years because I kind of study through it. I don't just read through it. So I'm probably gonna finish my second read through this year and then I'll start it all over again. The next thing is working out consistently. I have been lifting weights consistently now. I've been in and out of the gym since my 20s, but I downloaded an app called Grounds a little over 1 year ago. It was actually during my 2024 12 days of carry. Come on. And that has kept me so consistent. I try to do at least 3 to 4 days a week, sometimes 5 if I can. And I want to add cardio to my workout routine because I just don't enjoy cardio. I do take these guys on a WALK once or twice a day, but I'd love to implement some cardio and add that into my routine because I know that cardiovascular health is very important. But my goals for working out are just to get stronger, to stay healthy as I get older, to remain independent as I get older, be able to do things on my own, and my prayer is to not be on any medications. That would be ideal. So my goals now are different than they were in my 20s. I'm 38. Wait, am I 38? No, I'm 37. Right? I'm gonna be 38 in April. I just forgot how old I was. So my goals now are just to age strong. I want to be healthy and not need medication. I want to be able to get up off the ground and do basic things to keep myself healthy and independent as I get older. And the next thing, this is a fun one that I think a lot of you guys might benefit from, is doing monthly family dinners. People are so lonely these days, and I have those moments too where I'm lonely. So being proactive about setting things up or having people over, meeting with people, it doesn't have to be anything really formal or anything like that. It's so important. So in our house, we started doing monthly family dinners a couple years ago where we host here and we invite cousins, aunts and uncles, siblings. So we have a group chat and we'll throw out a date like, hey, we're gonna have family dinner this day for this month. And then whoever can make it comes, they bring a dish or two. We always have way too much food. And we do like a theme. We do food themes. So like this month we're doing a favorite family recipe theme. So whoever can make it is gonna come over, they'll bring some food, we spend some time talking and just enjoying each other's company, and it's just a great way for us to be intentional about spending time with the people we love. Now, some things I'm gonna be adding into my life this year. One of them, and I've been seeing this all over the interwebs, maybe because like I clicked on a video and that's what my feed is showing me, is called going analog. And this is just like disconnecting from my smartphone. I am not ashamed to say that I am definitely like way too attached to my smartphone. If I want to watch something, smartphone. If I want to listen to music, my smartphone, camera, smartphone, email, everything. It's all on this device, which is nice because it's convenient. But at the same time, I feel like I have really lost my attention span. And that's what happens when we're like getting this constant these constant dopamine hits from like watching reels or shorts, or yeah, it's mostly like the short form content that I think has become a huge problem for people, including myself. I even noticed when I open the YouTube app now, maybe this is just my phone, I don't know, but it goes straight to shorts. So it'll show me a quick video and then I want to see the next one, you know? It shows me that right away because they want to get our attention. That's the currency of these social media companies. So ways that I'm practically doing this, going analog, is I bought a radio for my kitchen that I'm just in love with. I love this thing. It brings me back to like my yaya's house where she had a radio on all the time, and she had like one of those old-timey brown ones. I'll put a picture of it here because I guarantee that like your grandmother probably had the same radio. But I got this like vintage looking radio that I keep in my kitchen. It's AM FM, it has a little dial, and you can also use it for Bluetooth, but I'm trying not to do that because I don't want to go to my phone for music all the time. Like I do that at the gym because that's all I have. But at home, I just love turning the radio on, and you tune, like you don't get to choose what's gonna be on next necessarily. And I think that's really healthy for our brains because like right now we have access to everything all the time. And I just feel like that's not super healthy. So I'm trying to retrain my brain to not get what it wants all the time. I also got a radio alarm clock for our bedroom, and I've been keeping my phone plugged in our bathroom. So I can still hear it at night if someone calls and there's like an emergency, but I'm not tempted to like pick it up while I'm lying in bed, or like first thing in the morning, I'm not tempted to pick it up and scroll and go on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. So those two things that I got on Amazon for like, you can get a pretty cheap radio alarm clock or radio. Those two things have just been amazing, and I've been loving them this month. I just want to grow back my attention muscle because I feel like it has seriously atrophied, and just I also want to learn to be quiet more. Like, especially when I'm home alone, I'm so tempted to put on some sort of noise. I want to get better at just sitting in the quiet. Like, I'm not good at that. And I feel like sometimes we can miss hearing God too if we don't allow moments of silence in our day. Check out your screen time on your phone because you might want to try to adjust some things in this new year for that. Another thing that I want to implement this year and learn to do better is quality rest. And this has been sparked by this book I've been reading. It's called Stop in the Name of God. This is the book Charlie Kirk wrote before he unfortunately was assassinated. But it says why honoring the Sabbath will transform your life. And this has been really eye-opening because we brush over the fact that honoring the Sabbath is a commandment. It's not just like a suggestion. God commands us to honor the Sabbath. And when we really think about it, or you read a book like this where he kind of breaks down the Sabbath, I'm almost done with it. It really opens your eyes, and this has been amazing. I highly recommend this book if you want to learn about the Sabbath, why God gave us the Sabbath, why he rested on the seventh day, and why he commands us to do the same. It's excellent. But I just want to learn to rest better. Not just like numbing my brain when I'm resting and like scrolling or watching a movie. Those things can be fine every once in a while, but learning to actually rest and not just numbing your mind, those are two different things. So that's something I'm gonna be focusing on this year. And if you have tips for that, leave them down below. Or if you practice a weekly Sabbath, and you have like a routine, I'd love to hear about it. The next one is that I want to spend more time at the range, not just for the sake of content, because this is my job, so going to the range, it's like, why would I not film it? That's content. But I do want to go to the range more just to shoot and just to practice without going for the goal of creating content. I used to love just going to the range and shooting for fun, and like training or shooting with my husband and just having fun. And I feel like I've kind of gotten away from that, and I would like to do that more this year. Just get back to that like first love I had for shooting, because when it becomes your job, it can kind of just, everything becomes content. Like, what can I do at the range for the sake of content? But I would love to just start shooting for fun again. Yeah. And the last thing I really want to work on this year and bring into this new year is being more intentional about helping people in my community. You'll hear about someone who has a need, like they're sick or they just had a baby, and you'll say like, oh, let me know what I can do to help. But a lot of people don't like asking for help. Like, I don't like asking for help. So I think that being proactive about helping people is something I really want to focus on this year. Like, if I hear that someone has a need, I just want to be like, I'm coming over, like, just tell me what you need done and I'm gonna do it. Or just like dropping off a meal without even asking. Because it can be hard to ask for help, but we all need help in our lives every once in a while. Like, someone else might need help one day and I might need help another. And having that community and building that community is really important. So that's something that I'm gonna try to be very intentional about this year, is just when I see a need to just fill it as much as I'm able to. So let me know what you guys are bringing into 2026 and what you're leaving back in 2025. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you back here for, I'm so used to saying, and I'll see you back here for day 10 because I did the 12 days of Carrie. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you back here next time. Stay safe. Bye.